What's going on, guys? Alexander Thomas here. Welcome to another live stream. We're going to look at a magic deck that I've created, and if you have any ideas for basic magic deck that I could create and make, go and put those in the comments down below. So, I can't. I'm not going to be watching my stream, so I can't tell if you have put anything in the chat, so you won't. That's why I won't say anything. Today we're gonna be looking at a deck I created, and we're gonna look. I want to look at two decks. We might not, depending on the time, because I'm not gonna do it for very long today. All right, so today we have a deck I like to call Plane Chaser. Starting here. Oh, let me get a. So in this format, there are a lot of Planeswalkers. And if you look at the... I need to go back to this thing here, please. And if you look at the colors, you can see that it's blue, gold, colorless, and green. There's actually not very many green cards, but it's mostly gold because it's mostly blue and green. So here we go. I'm going to explain some of the cards and some effects. First thing to note is that there is an effect in this one that is very weird. So normally you have Planeswalkers, you have creatures. Well, I'm kind of combining them. And to give you guys the idea what the... One second, let me find it. I'm offline, woohoo. It says I'm offline, but I'm not. Alright, so I've had a lot of effects. I've gotten Recast, I've gotten Uproot. I don't think I've did much of Uproot. Land Revelation, which is a huge Land Revelation deck. But in this set, we have something called, and the last one was Tribute. But in this one, we've got Creature Bond, which is an effect. Actually, let me go and just zoom in, please, a little bit. Which is an effect that says this Planeswalker can become a creature with power and toughness equal to the number of loyalty counters. It has if you pay 1 life. So you pay 1 life and it becomes a creature. We'll go back to the normal amount. So here is the first card. The card has Creature Bond. And it has Wizard Finna. +1 ability is your creatures are +1/+1 to the end of turn. Now, if it's a creature, it doesn't have this effect because remember, the way it works is if it's a creature, it can't be used. You can't use the Planeswalker abilities when it becomes a creature. If it becomes a creature, then it can use the abilities. Nice. But if you look at the last ability here, you just get +2/+2 on your turn, which is huge, and it's a mythic rare for a very specific reason. It can be your commander as well, and it only costs 2. This card is pretty powerful for what I'm looking at, and it's a huge card for that effect. Move that one. Next we've got Creature Bond. This is actually the text for it, and it's this creature can become a creature. This Planeswalker can become a creature where its toughness and power equal to the number of loyalty counters if you pay 1 life at any time. That's the creature in it. Then we got Flaming Forest. This entire deck is blue, green, gold. So everything's blue, green, gold. I think there are some lands in this set that are like this. Yes. So you got +2. It deals 3 damage to target creature. Talk about a huge legion for only costing 2 green. This deck's gonna be will probably be really insane, to be honest. Or you can -2 to create a 3/3 green line with trample on first strike. Well, I don't know where we'll see that, or if it's just the next card. Yeah, it's right here. It's a 3/3 green with trample on first strike. The fact that it makes something that huge is beyond belief. We got the Trader, which is place the loading counter and target Planeswalker. Well, it pay 2, you can do it. Doesn't do much. 2/1, that's it. Summon Plane Chase. Search earlier for a Planeswalker with mana cost 4 or less and place it into your hand. A lot of creatures in this set are mana cost 4 or less. So it's not something that's gonna be huge off this. Most of them are. There are a few, but there are not. But there's it. The Revived. So you can't revive this one. You can gain. So this one has Creature Bond as well. +1 to gain 1 life, or you can -3 to draw 3 cards. Not gonna be a very powerful one, but it's expensive for a reason. Because you could gain life, or you can draw 3 cards, which gives you a huge advantage in this set. I'll explain more about why in a little bit here. We've got the Gym Wizard. Now, this is something we get. There are a lot of gym subtext, artifacts, and cards in this set. If it has gym, you can put it on the field by using the Gym Wizard. Plays on the field tapped. It's a common card. It's not very great, but it's not bad. Here is one of the Wizard Dragonstone. I guess Wizard Dragon gets -3/-3 unless you control another gym. So if you don't control another gym, it only is a 3/3 creature. If you control a gym, then it's a 6/6. But you have to have another creature to do another gym to do creature do that, and it has its gym subtext. Wizard of Bookstones. Other wizards, subtext, cards. Alright, and this set does have a lot of wizards in it, so it's made that way for a reason. Dark Chase. Okay. Dark creature plus 3/3 in a turn. And you can recast it. Now, if you remember from recast is an effect that you can pay the recast cost plus whatever X is, which is X is 1 plus the number of times you've cast it. So if you cast it once, the first time you pay it, it's normal cost. Second time you cast it, it goes to, in this case, 5. You just have to pay 1 mana, it doesn't matter what the color is. And it says that on the card here. It's pretty big. This is a pretty big card. So it costs so much though. Got Cat Chaser. Thanking you for near future for liking that one. Creature Bond. You can't make him a creature. You have to go back to figure out what the Creature Bond actually was if you want to do that. But this is one of those cards that can potentially win the game after you have done so much. +1. Continue doing +1s until you have, let's say, 10 cats. And at that point it would be already at 12 and it would be a creature. So, This is a huge cat wizard. Then you minus it by X, and it deals X damage to the creature. You've got plenty of blue cats of vigilance. Now, cats are not normally blue, but in this case they are. Oh, and that's a cute cat. So 1/1 with vigilance. Nothing else to say about that. Lost Wizard. When a creature is blocked, you may remove a target creature from combat and untap it once per turn. All the wizards are +0/+2 in combat. It's a pretty big card, and it's a gem. It's on top of that, so it's a huge effect that we have going on with this. Basically, it makes other wizards +2/+0, which is huge because most of the cards in the set are wizards. I think honestly most all of them are. Wizard of Creatures. Okay, this is a Planeswalker. When creatures is a creature, other creatures get +2/+2. So it is a special effect that has making +2/+2. And then other creatures get +0/+1 and lose trample until end of turn. And you can use this ability at any time, which is pretty huge for the set. Oh, that you can also get an emblem, which I don't think I created any emblems for this set. It said you may tap a creature if you pay life for creature bond once per turn. You may use this ability anytime. This one has you can use abilities anytime. That's not necessarily a good effect. It's not a bad effect though. I mean, you pay 1 life, and you get. Oh, you just tap a creature. Ghost Presence. This card is Wizard control +1/+1, and a target creature gets +3/+3, and you can +3/+3 until the end of turn. And it's huge. Congratulations, you just got a creature, extra creature. It cost 4 at the first effect after you do this. I think. Blue Gem. It's an artifact. Planeswalkers with creature bonds cost no life this turn. Not a super useful effect, but Planeswalkers with creature bond become a creature that become a creature get +1/+1 to have turn. So basically, it's like it has 1 additional loyalty on its turn. Not a super useful card, but it's not bad. We got our artifact. This is a green gem. The other, what was the other one? Was like, what other one was a rare? Was a rare? Yeah, that was rare. This is a mythic rare. And there's a big reason why. A player creature has vigilance until end of turn. But whenever you attack with 1 or more planeswalkers with creature bond, target planeswalker gains a loyalty counter equal to the damage that planeswalker did that turn. This turn. It is huge because if your creature blocks it, guess what? It gets more loyalty. It becomes more powerful the next turn. It does, and it doesn't cost you anything. It only costs you only allowed to use it 1 per turn, but at any given point, that's a pretty huge effect. Master of Gems. This is our Planeswalker. You can search your deck for gem subtypes and place it. You can search your deck for a gem subtyped card, like this one. Place it into your hand, or you can +1 to get a +1 or a loyalty counter on a target creature or planeswalker. You can also make it -1, and it becomes an XX dragon, which is X number equals number of it. So basically, it doesn't have creature bond. It can become creature bond if you minus it by 1. So just plus it, and you get a huge effect just for that using that card. It only does the till end of turn, so it's basically creature bond except that you don't have to pay life for it. Locked by Gems. This is, I think, a trap. So basically, this is pacifism, which is a card that says the creature can't attack or block. If you control 3 more gems, that creature you lose 1 life at the start of each player's turn. It's pretty nice. Now it's kind of weird to explain this, but basically it works is that you, the person who controls locked by the gems, get to have 3 gems, and you play this card. That player also loses 1 life every turn. And with the exception, is a pretty powerful card here. Right, Blue Gem Lady. Gems sometimes cost 1 less cast. Not much else to explain on that. It's just gives extra abilities to 3/2. Gems cost either blue or green less. It's a 3/7 creature, and it's a wizard. It's not a gem, but it's a wizard. That's a 3/7. Who has a 3/7 in their deck? I don't know. I know there's a 113 somewhere, but this is a pretty powerful card. Surprised it hasn't been liked yet. Plane Chaser. Okay, this is the main creature for this deck. It can become your commander. It has creature bond. It's a 7 mana to start with. So just to put that out there, you can tap all other planeswalkers you control. Each of those planeswalkers gain 2 loyalty. So tap all the planeswalkers you control, and give them all +2 basically, and use no abilities. It's huge. I have to look up this to see if this is right or not. And if you can comment, if you want to comment down below and tell me this, I don't believe you can use a planeswalker ability if your creature is tapped. If you can, this is broken. And then also you can just make him creature bond by themselves. Each planeswalker control becomes a creature with power and toughness equal to the loaded counters needed. So basically, I'm gonna give you a creature card. Next card, we got Bond of the Gem Lord. It's an instant which allows you to place a 1/1 counter on a non-planeswalker creature. So it can't be a creature. It's a planeswalker. That's it. Bond with the wizard. Non-planeswalker creature. It's +3/+3 per turn. So if a creature, so basically, planeswalkers with creature bond can't be affected by this. It's just a creature. There are some in this set, but there's not a lot. Sign the contract. Oh. Yeah, about this one. There's a reason why this card's a mythic. Let's assume that you have 10 of these on the field. Let's say you pay 10 mana for this. Or let's say you pay 1 for granted. That just works. Oh, actually you need more than that. But let's just say you have some number, okay? You send the contract into the chase counters. You can remove a chase counter from the side card, and then you draw a card. Or you can pay 6 life, and you and your planeswalkers get +6/+6, and are creatures until end of turn with power and toughness equal to the number of loaded counters that planeswalker has. Talk about insane here. Alright, I'm making all my planeswalkers become creatures, and they all can attack you, and they're all +6 to their have +6 loyalty basically. So we have a 13/13 creature, 13/13 planeswalker creature coming at you. Good luck. It's a pretty big card. You also can draw cards with it. There's not a whole lot of ways of doing that in this set. Bond with cats. Meow. Create X 1/1 cats defeated is they gain haste until their turn. Not much to say about that. Just give a check cats. Follow the book. There are a few, not very many, not a lot, but there are a few Planeswalkers in this set that I have, or the thing is, if a Planeswalker has 20 or more loyalty counters, you win the game. That's it. You're done. You win. And it's just an enchantment. It's an uncommon enchantment. Congratulations, you just won the game. That's not the only one I think that there is in this set that I've made. Oh, God, Jim. So, creature pawn, it's flying and vigilance. It has flying and vigilance, whether or not it's a creature. You can't win the game with it on the field, however. So, bad news is you can't win the game. But you do 2 damage to all creatures. So you can get your opponent down to 0 life, and then you use my 7 ability, or whatever it is, as many times you need to do it, and you win the game. Draw 3 cards. This guy has 7 is draw 3 cards, then scry 2, then draw 2 cards. It's a pretty big one here. It is a very weird card. Also very difficult to win with. So honestly, it's not one of those cards. Now, it's not your commander. Honestly, I don't know if you would want it to be your commander. Oh, well, I can't win the game if it was on the field, so. And then you can't just, and there's nothing in the set so far that says yes. But here's the thing. Let's say you get your opponent down to 0 life. If you have something to destroy a creature, you win the game. So it could be a pretty broken card. Don't know if it's that broken though. Unregistered Wizard. Okay, so the 1-cost card. I know this is probably it. Whenever another creature attacks, untap Unregistered Wizard. So whenever another creature attacks, you get it's 2/2 creatures, not very big. Wizard Science. Oh gosh. So this set also has die rolling. D&D we're going to. Whenever whenever this or another sister attacks, draw a 6-sided die. Either each player draws a card and discards a card. Not a big deal. All players gain 1 life. Each player loses 2 life. Or you gain 6 life. So you're either going to gain 6 life or lose life, or have to discard a card and draw a card, which is okay in this case because your deck's not necessarily intended to win off of that. But imagine you're trying to roll a 6. Oh my goodness. You get 6 life. You've lost. Next one we got here. Let's see. Portal Wizard. Portal Wizard can't be blocked except by creatures that have a lower or equal power. It's a 5/1 creature that can't be blocked except by creatures that have a lower or equal power. Good thing it wasn't toughness because that creature's ridiculous. It does cost a lot of mana, but imagine using that. I think there's a reason for this. Wizard City. Okay, we're going to our ridiculous lands. Alright. So this set there's things called cities, which are lands just like ones. That you can have as many copies of them. You can tap them for either blue or green, and you can have as many copies of them as you want in your deck. And it's a common too. Don't know what happened there. Let's go let it connect for a second here. Here's untrained wizard. Well, it's a human. Whenever it attacks, place a 1/1 counter on it. It has double strike just to help you out. Hey, here's my creature. It's a 1/1 creature. It attacks. Oh, it's two. Now it's a 4/4. Sorry. Talk about I'm blowing you up. Water Wizard. You have the ability to pay 10 mana and destroy a creature. Or you can tap it to draw a card. Tapping sounds like a better option right now. Creature of the Stars. Okay. So, when it enters the battlefield, you draw 3 cards. When a wizard enters the battlefield, you either gain 1 life or you draw a card. It's a 7/7 creature. This card might be a little too powerful. You get to draw 3 cards, woohoo, and enters battlefield, and whenever no wizard enters, you either gain life or draw a card. I'm thinking this card might be a little powerful. You guys let me know if you think any of these cards are ridiculously powerful in the comments down below. Oh, we got Queen Wanda. Other wizards cost 1 less, and your deck can have as many number in the comments of Queen Wanda in your deck. Oh my goodness. It's expensive, so it's difficult to get on the field, but other wizards, yes. Oh, okay, so I will play it for now. So I play the first one for 6. I play the next one for 5. Next one for 4. Next one. You get the point. It's could be potentially just cost blue, green. Lord of Gems. Okay. This could potentially be a good commander for this deck. It has Indestructible and Shroud. So it can't be targeted by spells, and it can't be destroyed. And whenever a wizard is destroyed, place a 1/1 counter on a target wizard, which could be this. And you can destroy. It has a top of you can destroy a wizard. Now you can't destroy a wizard with this card with this guy, but talk about it, huge. Ugh, my goodness. Shock of the Wizard. Now, this is one of those cards that you can pay 3 different ways. 3 different things. If you paid 1, you pay 1 either way. But if you played blue, deal 3 damage to target creature. If you paid green, you deal 3 damage to target player. If you paid life, you gain 3 life, and for each 2 life you paid. So potentially you could gain 6 life if you wanted to. But you could also pay green, pay 2 life, 4 life. Or something like that, and you could do a lot of damage. Mark of the Wizard. Okay, this is one of those cards that is making a creature not be able to block. Champion creature can't block, but this creature gets +1/+1 for every wizard in the graveyard. This is huge on your creature. If someone have a board wipe with everything except for the 1 card that has Indestructible and Shroud, you just put this in the hits graduations. You now have a 14/14 creature on your field. Just an estimate. Okay, the Wizard. Oh, here's another one. This is another land. It can have as many copies of it, and you can either add blue or you can add green. It's that simple. And you can have as many copies as you want. This one, however, is a rare for some reason. We got Shadow Wizard, which is a 12/12. Oh my gosh! As a bonus. you lose the game. You basically win the game when you play this card because it costs you 7 to get on the field. It costs you 7 to make it not be able to be blocked. And it has lifelink. So even if he doesn't win you the game this turn, you get another 12 life. Congratulations. This is a card that's huge. I'm hoping someone think that's a really good card for that. That's insane. Wizard of Light. When a creature enters the battlefield, it gains lifelink and has haste until end of turn. It's a 0/8 creature, so who cares about that thing? But it gives a creature haste, so The Nightshade. Oh. Whenever a wizard dies, deal 3 damage to target creature. So sacrifice all your creatures, and so basically, I'm gonna sacrifice all my wizards. I'm gonna sacrifice, let's say, 9 of them. Right? 9 would be 9. 5. If it was 10, it'd be 20, 30 damage. So after that, I got like 7 wizards. I can do damage to creatures as well. Yikes. Wizard of Peace. Oh god, here is an enchantment creature. If this could be your commander, good grief. But it costs X for X is the total power of wizards you control. So it could cost you 2 blue and 2 green if you wanted to. And each time you attack a wizard, you gain 2 life. It is ridiculous. So if you attack with this thing, you gain 2 life, and you also gain 7 more on top of that. So we're talking about huge. Okay, Wizard's Blade. This is one of those enchantments. If an enchanted creature is blue, it's a blue wizard. It gains +1/+1 and has Hexproof. If it's a green wizard, it gains +1/+1 and Storm Strike. So if it's a blue and green, and tax the gold, then it is +2/+2 Hexproof and First Strike. Wizard 1, okay. This is an artifact. It's a gem. You can deal 10 damage to any target paying a lot, or you can deal 3 damage to any target. Wolf Wizard. Oh. At the start of each turn, create a 2/2 wolf, and wolves you control add a green to your mana pool. Oh boy. These cards are actually ridiculous. I didn't even know about this one. It can be a commander too. How's that being your commander? Oh grief. Blue and green wizard. It's blue-green creature. Wizard +1/+0. Target creature can't be blocked this turn, and you can create 6 2/2 wizards by paying 7. Get 2 more mana, and you have a lot of creatures. Wizard Warrior. It's 8. Okay. Because it's 0/0. So you gotta be careful with that one, but Wizard of Fire. Oh. Yes, creature as well, but this is another one of those cards you can win the game with. Not a commander, but not regular commander, but you can win a game regularly. This is going to be an intended commander deck, by the way. That's why there's a lot of cards that say, you guys make cards as copies of this as you want. Whenever a wizard field, and now you get one to card each one of them. But if you just don't even do anything, this is by the way not a colorless card technically. You win in 11 turns. Potentially. It's huge. Next card we got. What's this one called? Wizard of the Bond. It's a Planeswalker that doesn't have any abilities. It can be a commander. It becomes a 7/7 creature that's indestructible until end of turn. You can pay through life, indestructible until end of turn. And though it doesn't say this, it's equal to their creature's power or equal to the loyalty. It's one of those huge creatures that could potentially win the game very quickly if you wanted it to. Fire Dancer. Flame Dancers. Oh gosh, this is ridiculous. You can't make copies of this, but here's the thing. If there's one, it's 1/1. If there's two Flame Dancers, it's a 3/3. If there's 3, it's a 4/4. If there's 4 on the field, it's a 7/7. If there's 5, it's a 12/12. It just depends on how many you have on the field. And this card is ridiculous. It's officially not colorless, by the way. It's blue. It's technically blue-green. It's just it's an artifact creature. Place a 1/1 counter on flame chart for each 1 mana you spent for it. So this card's actually ridiculous. So basically, it's a 3. You pay 3. It doesn't count towards your thing. But if you pay, let's say, 10, it becomes a 7 and an 8 creature. Can be pretty huge if you really want it to be. Next card we got is Reading in Between the Lines. This is weird. This card is just weird. Ask the card for free. Here's my 9/9 creature. If they do not let you play a fiend, then place it in your hand. Each opponent must pay 1 life times that card's mana cost. So if it's so basically, there's a reason why it's a bad thing, because if I could have cast it, and it's let's say a 7/7 7, it cost me 9 mana to get it on the field. Not only that, I can recast it. So you might lose. You just lose 9 life if you wanted to. You have to use. It has to be for your. That's if your hand though, so that's weak for that. Oh, cool. Whenever you draw a card, each player chooses 1. This is another. Oh my, this is ridiculous. Either everyone draws a card and loses 2 life. You're the wizard. You have nothing. Sacrifice a creature, gain 2 life, or you can tap a creature you control. So every player must choose this whenever you draw a card. This is a weird one. Secret Practicer. Whenever it untaps, you gain 2 life. And guess what? You can pay 2 to untap it. And who knows how many times I can actually tap. It's a good thing these are cards I'm actually playing with will not be used with other cards. It can only get 15/15. But guess what? It can be free plus being a 15/15 creature. That's gonna be huge. Alright, Land Wizard. It's an enchantment creature, which is it gets +1/+1 for each land you control. Not much to say about the art for this. It's creature bond, and you can gain 5 life. Or you can -X, draw X cards, and gain X life. So you could use this on turn 1. Okay, I'm going to -4, draw 4 cards, and gain 4 life. Good luck. It's common for that reason. Alright. Let's see. if I can, if I'm able to, I'm gonna try to mark this. All right. So that is it for this feed. We're gonna go ahead and show you that these things are actually could be potentially sane, just for that. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and don't forget to keep your game on. I'll see you next video. Okay, I'm actually not ending the stream yet. I added a stream marker, I think. Anyways, this one won't take very long. And I might just end up editing it out too and just doing it again. But I want to let you guys know real quickly about one thing I am doing. You see this little card right here? That says, you see that thing called starting bonus? That's a new card. It's a new set thing I'm working on. I'm working on something that would make it basically a card effect that makes everything. Each player has an option. Actually, we'll just go to this card just to show you what I mean. Every player has an option. So it's each player may choose to use the effects of this card. So basically, at the beginning of the game, you say, okay, these cards are coming into play. There's my starting bonus. Everything's I'm going to use it. The bad news is you have to pay a bonus cost every time you use it. What you do create for this one, you would create a 3/3 Star Wolf at the start of each turn with 5 units. And each one of these has a bonus you get for using it. The only thing is you have to actually tap. Unless you pay 2 life in those readings. But every card is different, and that will be what I'll make a video on this at some point in the future. Thank you guys for watching the stream here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to keep your game on, and have a good evening.